What's up? Welcome back to Hoof Hub. Today we are going to tell you about how the process of getting a cow in my chute and the whole trim process goes. I know I already posted this video with no audio, but I thought I'd kind of walk you guys through it. So as you can see right away, I am going to push a cow in, and you can tell that she isn't totally convinced about how comfortable she is, and it takes a little bit of pushing. A common way to get a cow to move is twist her tail, and that's what I'm doing, as you can see right away. I twist her tail a little bit, and that just makes them a little bit uncomfortable, so they move forward. I know you guys, some of you might not love it, but it is a way to get a cow in. Otherwise, good luck pushing 2,000 pounds into a chute with just tapping her on the back and telling her it's okay. I know they look like big dogs, but they aren't, and they don't listen very well most of the time. So that's my version of getting them in comfortably without hurting them in any severe way, obviously. I will start to trim it, and as every cow is, I was told this long ago, either you are treating lameness or preventing lameness. So, meaning that obviously if a cow walks in, hey, she's lame right now, I have to treat this. I have to, like you guys have seen, put a block on it, put a wrap on it, trim her to the best of my ability to make her as comfortable as she can be, or we're going to try and prevent it. So on a normal foot, I will typically shorten the toes up, because a lot of times farmers will see, okay, hey, this cow needs a trim. She has long toes. A lot of farmers will just come up to me and say, hey, today, just a lot of long toes. And so that means, okay, this guy doesn't have a lot of lameness issues. He just has some long toes, which is super common in a dairy farm. Cows are walking on concrete. Typically, they will grow long, and then I just have to shorten them, balance them, and on they go. And a lot of times, people will ask me, hey, how long does it take you to trim cows, all right, in general? And I will typically say, oh, sometimes I can do 10 an hour, which is 6 minutes per cow, which would kind of be a similar image to what this cow would be, because I think this video is about 6 minutes long. And it's just, hey, okay, I'm just shortening up the toes, balancing out her foot, putting the foot down, and on she goes. Sometimes it takes longer. Sometimes she doesn't want to go in the chute, and it'll take me 5 minutes to get her into the chute. Sometimes it'll take me 5 minutes per foot. Who knows? Like, if they have a long foot, a corkscrew of some sort, or if they need a block, any sorts of issues. Like I said, sometimes it'll take 20 minutes, and a cow will be in the chute for 20 minutes. Sometimes I can push a cow through in 3 minutes because I barely have to take anything off. Her foot is balanced and short enough. I don't want to touch it. A massive issue in hoof trimming is over trimming. You don't want to trim more than is necessary. If you take too much off, they'll have a thin sole and they'll be walking on thin ice, as you would say. Or like if you cut your toenails too short, well, it's painful. Just like if you have your toenails too long, it starts to get irritating. It's the exact same with cows. Like, you don't want to go too short, you don't want to leave them too long. As you can see, this chute I have here is a stand-up chute, and meaning, obviously, as you see the cow walks in, her head gets locked into the front of it, her rear is in the back, and she's standing the entire time, at least on 3 legs for most of the time.
Can you explain if you've had any equipment failures with your chute, and how would you deal with them if so?
Oh, goodness. Okay, so that's my editor talking. I don't know if all this is going to stay in, but yes, I have issues constantly. I have a welder that is almost always on standby. So much of this metal is breaking all the time. I have ropes that pick up each of these feet, and I have to replace those almost every 2 weeks. All the ropes on this chute wear down because all the pulleys on it required. Just puts a lot of strain on everything, and it's always pulling on feet. My welder, I give a lot of money every year. He loves me, I think. But yes, this chute is... It's always having issues. It's easy to tell to a person that knows cows that how hard cows are on equipment. It's just a fact. Cows are hard on my chute if they want to clang and bang around in my chute, or if they hit it hard, or if they break something. Something's always breaking on these things. Cows are hard. They're 2,000 pounds, a lot of them. Most of them 15, 17, 1,800 pounds for you for you people that know cows really well. Cows are hard on things. It's just the fact. And this chute is built extremely well. It's called an Appleton chute. It's a stand-up chute, like I just said, and it's fantastic. But yes, this thing takes a hard beating.
Can you explain all the tools that are on your chute?
90% of the time, or 100% of the time, I use a grinder. I have a grinder on the front right foot, the front left foot, and one for the back 2 feet. And I have knives all the way around the trailer. Otherwise, I have some nippers, some hoof testers that I use maybe one in every 15 cows just for little details. But otherwise, most of this is very common. It's grinders and knives for 99% of the cows. Otherwise, like you guys see, I have blocks, glue, wraps, paste, alu spray, all sorts of treatments for cows. Otherwise, it's all the same stuff that you guys see, and that's how we trim a cow. She walks out the front and on to the next cow. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you guys.